Welcome to the Guru Fitness Take Your Life Back series. This is our first episode. My name is Dale Robinson. I am the owner and the founder of Guru Fitness. I'm the owner of Guru Fitness Lex. And I'm here with my friend Armani, and we're going to tell his story and just talk about, how he has transformed his life actually through Guru Fitness. So I'm going to let Armani introduce himself, and tell him who you are.
Hello, my name is Armani Mercado. I am originally from Brooklyn, New York, raised in Atlanta, and 28 years old. And yeah,
All right.
I'm excited.
All right, listen. So listen, we go jump right into it. So let's just tell them a little bit about your history. Before you came to Guru Fitness, like where was you at? And the things that you went through in life. Just give me a little backstory of it.
So, before I came to Guru Fitness, I am a former athlete. Played for Campbell High School in Smyrna, Georgia. So transpired to just, a lot of things, just life, ups and downs, losses, heartbreaks, things like that. Just got me into a really deep depression, and used food as a coping mechanism.
Right.
Just like any other addiction, you find something that doesn't judge you, that
Right.
Doesn't give you any feedback, and you start to abuse it. So I started to eat heavenly, just spend unnecessary money, and I got into a real deep, dark place until where it started to affect my health. So before I came to Guru, I was hospitalized September of 2023, flatlined in the ER, and was in ICU for a week and a half. Had to go to rehabilitation just to make sure that everything was working correctly, and that was my eye opener to notice that my decisions was affecting everyone around me, and God just kept me here. And so I decided to, just take my life back into my hands. And, I got online, seen Guru, and you guys called me. And at first I wasn't gonna come. I kept telling myself I'm ready, then I'm telling myself I'm not ready. But walking through them doors changed my life, and I'm here right now.
Right. So let's back up a little bit. So let's tell them about your mom used to call you and FaceTime you and stuff. And
Yeah, so it got really crazy. My mom got to the point where my mom wouldn't even be on FaceTime with me or call me because of the simple fact that she didn't like the way I sound over the phone. Breathing heavenly, stop breathing, going to sleep in mid-conversation. It was hurting her to see that her son was, choosing to give up in a way.
right.
And so, just like anybody else, when you are going through something, everyone, you feel like everyone has an opinion, but they don't know how you feel.
Right.
So you start to brush people off. I'm okay. I'm getting up, I'm going to work, I'm doing 20-hour shifts, 22-hour shifts. I'm still living, I'm still moving around. And I'm making money, and I'm getting to eat the way I want to eat. So, I just started to, it was real. It was so real to me.
Right.
It was surreal to me. Yeah.
So you got hospitalized. So and how much did you weigh at that time?
So when I went into the hospital, dead weight in the bariatric bed, I was 764 pounds.
Wow.
Yep,
Wow.
764 pounds, and I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know that I was literally that much. It was just unbelievable to my eyes,
Right.
to see that number.
Yeah. So let's think about. You said you was online and you seen Guru Fitness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said you wasn't going to come. Why you wasn't going to come?
Necessarily because I was worried about not being able to give my all.
Yeah.
I was doubting myself. I was afraid to take that first step.
Yeah.
I was afraid that it was going to be like any other gym or, anybody, any other trainer or, anything that would say, well, yeah, we're going to do this and do that, but don't really understand like what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So I was not gonna come, but something in the back of my mind told me to tell my cousin, which is he's always been a great support to me. So I told my cousin just so for the confirmation.
Yeah.
And so I told him, and I knew it was locked in. Like he
came
was
with
gonna
you.
make sure that I was coming.
He came with you.
because he's done so much trying to get trainers to train me and actually see the bigger picture of if you transform him, it's a big thing.
Right.
But nobody wanted to take a chance on me.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, the best trainers and all of these people that say they're the best, they didn't want to take a chance on me.
Right.
And I'm thankful for them not.
Right.
Because I'm here today.
Right.
So.
All right. So let's think about our conversation when we had the consultation and we sat down and what was going through your mind at that point. Like what was you thinking? Like, okay, I've been with these other trainers. I talked to these other people. What was the difference for you to say, you know what, I might find my spot?
So the difference for me was when me and you was having a conversation, it was natural. Not one time, I heard from anybody, this is my job. I felt secured. You actually, broke me in a way to understand that I was putting everyone else before I was putting myself. And, it hit home for me because I care about people regardless. I could meet someone, today, and if they need my help, I will do it.
Yeah.
But the same energy that I put into others, I needed to put into myself.
Okay.
So I was neglecting myself.
Right.
And when we had the conversation, and I didn't even have a goal. I just told you that I wanted to live.
Yeah, that was powerful.
I wanted to live. I deserve to live. I feel like if I wasn't meant to live, then I wouldn't be here today.
Right.
So my story will help millions of other people, the bariatric community that people point the finger at and say, you did this, oh, you eat, you love. Like when someone gets cancer, you don't automatically say, oh, they smoke 1,000 cigarettes a day.
Right.
These are things that I feel like bariatric people, go through as far as just life, depression. They be there for a lot of other people and know when it's time for someone to be there for them, they get the finger pointed at them.
Right.
So, that was different. I found my home. I was grateful, for you guys just giving me the opportunity and you giving me the scholarship.
Yeah.
Like, I was amazed, and I was like, this was destined. God put this in motion, for me to give 110%.
Right.
I didn't have no excuse.
Right.
I didn't have no excuse but to show up.
I know, because when you left, right? You said, I'm gonna be back, right? And kind of tell us, how you felt when you actually got that call, like come back. A lot of people don't know, like, you actually catch an Uber to class every single day, like, and you on time. And a lot of people don't understand the dedication that you have put in to say, you know what, I have this opportunity, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Because sometimes when people have an opportunity, they don't take advantage of it because they ungrateful for the situation. But like, you show up on time, all the time, and you willing to put in the work, you give 120% every time you come in here. We never, as a coaches, have to ever, say, Armani, what are you doing? Armani, like, let's go. Like, you always want to become better. And that's one thing that I'm grateful for. And like, I want you to know, like, we see you. And I want you to continue to keep pushing because, like you said, like, your story is going to help millions of other people. And that's what we're here to do. Like, we kind of had this conversation before we did the podcast. I mean, before we started recording that, like, we're here to serve.
Yeah.
And your story ain't just for you. Your story is for other people to see that, like, they can overcome as well. So kind of tell us about how you felt when you got that call.
I was at awe. Like, I had to get myself together because I was like, hold on, what? And, when the pricing and everything, we was talking about how much it was. My cousin, he was asking me, he was like, how you feel? I said, I don't care. Like, I would hear something like on how much something costs, but it was something that you told me that stuck with me. When I was younger, I was into Jordans and all of these designer things and stuff. So it's like, okay, I'm investing in my life. I'm investing to be here. So if I can invest in material things, why wouldn't I invest in my life? Everything has a price. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna spend it anyway.
Right.
So I already had my mind made up. I may not have it all together, but I was gonna make a way.
Right.
So when I got the call, I said, yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was literally meant to be because a lot of people would just worry about the money. And I even, see certain things with people who do have the money to give it, they don't go as hard as I do, or like, because I have a purpose.
That's right.
So I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful.
Yeah, listen, I'm grateful. We love when you have you here.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
So let's tell about some of the things you have overcome since you started Guru Fitness, like some things that you doing like you never thought you'd probably be doing again. Like,
so literally, like, it's the smallest things, from putting on my socks, like, tying my shoes. Where you've seen me wear jeans for the first time, my mother told you, like, in years.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things is like small steps that's big.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like every step that I take is closer to something, but I'm feeling amazing. Like, just walking from my apartment door to catch the Uber, like, go outside, walking down the pathway. I used to be out of breath. I used to be tired. Going to my cousin's house, I will avoid going to his house because he had stairs.
Right.
Now I'm just like, I'm moving, and it's like everyone else is noticing. I mean, I notice too, but everyone else is like, yo, you moving, like, and stuff like that. So I try not to focus on, like what everybody else is seeing. I'm just like, okay, this is my life now.
It's the norm.
It's the norm for me, and I'm just doing what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like just everything. I'm excited about just the way that I feel, like, when I wake up.
Yes.
Like, I'm excited to wake up now.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, this is an adventure. Like, what's next? I know when I come here, I gotta be expecting to, like, do something, or I'm going to do something, whether I want to do it or not.
Right.
But I don't even have that mentality anymore.
That's
like,
right.
I can't do it. I'm gonna modify it, and I'm gonna do something that's gonna work.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful just for just coming here consistent. I had my little times where, I need a reset button and everything, but you let me know that it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you need a break, if it's overwhelming, it's okay. You know, like, that's life. Sometimes we do need to decompress.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would get overwhelmed. Like, you would get so overwhelmed that you could just stop coming at all.
Yeah.
But once you hop back into it, then that's the importance of it. Like, yeah, sit down, but get back up. Like, so
that's life, right?
that's just how it is now.
And like, let's talk about the jump rope, and like, now we running.
Yeah.
We running with everybody. Now we're not the only one to stand here and get on the machine. Now you running with the crew and everything. How does that make you feel? Like,
it makes me feel great. I'm getting my mobility back. The jump rope was amazing. I see everybody else, like, I know, like, everybody's like, you encourage me, but being here, it makes me want to do more.
Yeah.
Like, I see everybody doing, other workouts, and, I know it'd just be an hour, but sometimes once I'm getting started, it's like being in the game. It's like fourth quarter, I'm ready to do more.
Right.
So, yeah, I felt great jump roping. I felt great running. It was overwhelming to me, but it's like, okay, you did it before. You just didn't do it in a long time.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get back.
Yeah.
Now it's like unleashing something that's always been inside of me.
Right.
So
what about tell us about the mindset shift, like from when you started to where you are now, like just the mental and the psychological transformation that you have gained. Because I could tell them all day, but like, I want you to tell them.
So the mindset is important. The mindset just shift in an amazing way. I no longer say that I'm going to try to do something. It's either I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it at that moment.
Right.
But I'm planning to do it.
Right.
So I don't doubt myself anymore.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't doubt myself anymore. I don't care I'm not afraid to fall.
Right.
Because I know I'm going to get back up. I'm going to dust off and I'm going to get back up.
Yeah.
It's just like riding a bike. You're not going to not get back on that bike because you fell off, scraped your knee.
Right.
Eventually, the training wheels is off now.
Right.
The training wheels is off. I'm pedaling and I'm going. I may get tired, I may stop, I may rest, but I'm gonna finish. And that's just my mindset. Like, you gonna finish, you have to finish, you deserve to finish. So I know that I deserve everything that comes to me because I'm putting in the work for it, whether it's relationships, whether spiritually, mentally, physically, like, and I don't allow anyone to come in my life without putting in the work and being there. Like, you just can't be there and not put in the work. Like, I gotta know that you want to be here, So I'm just grateful for the people that surround me, and I had to, distance myself from a couple of people because of their mindset, because my mindset is shifting.
Yeah.
It's shifting. So I'm just like staying focused. I'm staying consistent. If I'm not here, my mind is everywhere, but it's still like, this is important. Your life is important. And it's unfolding.
Yeah.
It's unfolding.
So listen, so if you had to give somebody advice on wanting to make a transformation, like, what would you tell them? What would you tell them? In fact, what would you tell your old self right now? What advice would you give your old self with the information and everything that you are doing now?
The advice that I would give my old self would be, don't be scared. A lot of times we know, but we like play it off a lot. And I was walking in fear.
Yeah.
I was walking in fear for a long time. I was afraid of just being different. Yeah. I felt like I had to be like everybody else. I stood out in my own ways, but it's like, okay, are you really standing out? And the advice people would come to me for advice, and I could say the right things, say all the right things, but I couldn't apply it to myself. And looking at yourself in the mirror and like, I done seen people get advice from me and transform their life.
Right.
So why was I not doing it? So the advice I would give my old self is just don't be scared, like, and don't be afraid to fall.
Right.
Because you it's gonna be trials and tribulations.
Right.
Was like, you got to put in the work for it. You know, nothing is a breeze.
Right. So I got one other question, right? Before we end this, right? Versus what you've seen in the mirror, let's say 8 weeks ago, versus what you see now, right? What do you see? What's the difference? What do you see?
I see affirmative person. I respect myself more. I know that I'm meaningful. Like, you know, I mean a lot to a lot of people, and including to myself. I'm just, you know, I hold myself accountable. Like, I see accountability. I'm making myself accountable for taking my life back.
That's right.
Natural.
Because if you don't hold you accountable, we gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Like, I see a natural person,
Yeah.
and the most thing is knowing that you're important.
Yes.
Like I look in the mirror and say, you are important. You deserve everything that you're working for. And I never, like, now I see myself having conversations with myself. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right, we doing this, doing that. So, you know, I just see a man.
Yeah. I
see a real man, a dominant man, a spiritual man, a God-fearing man. You know, so that's I just look in the mirror. I don't see my old self at all.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So listen, y'all heard it first. My man Armani. This is our first episode of The Guru Take Your Life Back. Listen, our motto is this: top down, inside out. That means we can fix this, we can fix this, but also you gotta learn how to love yourself from within. Because then if you learn you love yourself from within, then the outside enemy could do no harm. And remember, done is better than perfect. Let's go.
Come to Guru, man.
My man.